Who was the top wide receiver in college football ahead of the 2024 season? There will once again be a lot of talent in college football at the wide receiver position in 2024, but there are two names at the top of the early rankings that are going to get the most attention early on, and it is for very good reason. And those two names are going to be Arizona wide receiver Tetairoa McMillan and Missouri wide receiver Luther Burden III. Now, NFL scouts and fans, they heavily consider both players to be the top two wide receivers in college football already when it comes to players that are going to be draft eligible or eligible to declare for the 2025 NFL draft. So today's conversation, it's going to pin one player against the other in a comparison video that's very similar to the recent video that I just did when I compared Michigan cornerback Will Johnson and Colorado cornerback wide receiver Travis Hunter. You can find that video analysis right here on our channel, so go check that out when you have the opportunity or when you finish with today's video. Now, before we dive into the Tetairoa McMillan versus Luther Burden comparison, I want to remind everyone to check out our website, footballscout365.com, where you can find all of our written NFL draft content, our NFL draft big board and player rankings, and all of our written fantasy football analysis. You can find all of that and more on our website, footballscout365.com. So what are the key stylistic differences between Luther Burden and Tetairoa McMillan? First off, McMillan, he is obviously a 6'4", 6'5", 210-pound wide receiver. He is drawing comparisons to Mike Evans stylistically. Luther Burden, on the other hand, he's a 5'11", 210-pound receiver that is drawing comparisons to Deebo Samuel. Now, both players are very similar in terms of their ability to play physical at the catch point. Both players are also very good with the football in their hands after the catch. Luther Burden being, the better player in that regard. He's built more like a running back. He plays like a running back with the football in his hands. McMillan, though, he is a taller, lengthier player. He's very underrated in terms of his ability to make plays with the football in his hands after the catch. So that's something to pay attention to when you are evaluating him or when you sit down to actually watch his tape. So let's start with McMillan first, and we'll move into Luther Burden. He is that go up and get it style of player where all you need to do is just get the football within his catch radius and he has a shot to make a play, even in tight coverage situations. Now, the film and the numbers, they do not lie with regard to this factor. In 2023, McMillan, he was elite in contested catch situations. In fact, among all of college football's higher volume wide receivers, McMillan ranked 14th in contested catch rate in 2023. He is also extraordinarily sure-handed. He ranked second in college football in drop rate as well in 2023. He was also the 7th best in terms of QB rating when he was targeted in 2023. And again, this is PFF data for all wide receivers with at least 100 plus targets. Now, some other relevant data points that I want to point out that are also important when you are evaluating the wide receiver position is the after catch ability. And McMillan, as I already mentioned, he's very sneaky after the catch for a guy of his stature, and he ranked 25th in total force missed tackles in 2023. He also posted just 15 fewer yards after the catch than Xavier Worthy did in 2023 with 537 total yards after the catch. Now, that's a data point to remember as we move ahead and start to make our decision on who we believe is the wide receiver one in this draft cycle. Now, as far as explosive play rate, the 20 plus air yards or longer down the field, McMillan was spectacular here as well in 2023, where he was targeted 28 times on throws of 20 plus yards or longer. He also posted 455 of his total receiving yards on throws of 20 yards or longer in 2023. He ranked 20th overall in this category. Now, as far as his overall stats in 2023, he posted nearly 1,400 yards receiving, 10 total touchdowns, and he averaged 15.5 yards per catch. He finished with the 8th highest Pro Football Focus receiver grade among all receivers with at least 100 targets in 2023. Now, overall, McMillan is a true X receiver at the next level. He has the versatility to flip into the slot as needed, and he can be used across the formation when an offensive coordinator wants to get creative to try to locate mismatches. Now, let's move on to Luther Burden III here. Now, as I said early on, he is being compared to Deebo Samuel, and there is good reason for this. And for starters, their stature, it's very similar in how they are built. They are both built like a running back. yet they are playing the wide receiver position. Both players are like running backs once they have the football in their hands. Burden, like Deebo Samuel, he can take handoffs out of the backfield, he can do the jet sweep stuff, he can do reverses, etc. So you can get real creative with his usage as well. The film shows us that Luther Burden is a player with elite after catch ability. Obviously, Deebo Samuel is that guy. You throw it to Deebo Samuel on a quick spot route, he can turn it upfield, make people miss, run through tackles. Luther Burden is also very physical in that same way. Now, as far as the data is concerned, Luther Burden's contested catch rate in 2023 was actually better than Tetairoa McMillan's was. According to PFF, he posted a 56% contested catch rate in 2023. He posted 20 forced missed tackles, which ranked in the top 15 among receivers with at least 100 targets. He ranked 16th in terms of QB rate when targeted. Where he really stood out the most is what we just discussed, and that is his ability to make plays as a receiver with the football in his hands. And in 2023, he posted the third highest yards after catch with 724 of his 1,210 total yards as a receiver coming with the football in his hands after the catch. Now, as far as his explosive downfield ability, he ranked 24th in receiving yards on pass plays that were 20 plus yards or longer. He also scored 4 of his 9 total touchdowns on plays of 20 plus air yards or more in 2023. So his true position, whether it's college or the NFL, it's going to be in the slot, where he lined up 80% of the time a season ago at Missouri. So unlike McMillan, Burden's going to be more of that off-ball or slot move receiver. And another reason for his slot use is the ability to take the football in jet sweeps, as we mentioned, or out of the backfield, or just moving him around the formation to get the defense to kind of show their hand a little bit, to kind of find those mismatches as well, to get that man-to-man with a linebacker potentially on occasion to set things up for that explosive play. That's what Luther Burden can bring to a college or an NFL offense. So that is a side-by-side comparison of Arizona wide receiver Tetairoa McMillan and Missouri wide receiver Luther Burden III ahead of the 2024 college football season. Let me know your thoughts about this analysis and who you believe the best wide receiver in college football will be in 2024. Will it be Tetairoa McMillan, or will it be Luther Burden III? Or do you think it will be someone else entirely different that will come out of nowhere? Or maybe there's another receiver on the list of receivers that are already out there that you believe might be better than both of these guys. Let me know in the comments section what your thoughts are on this. That's going to do it for this analysis today. I want to say thank you for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more great NFL draft and college football content.